Okay, I want to finish this joint, and then we could start, okay?
I already hit record.
What?
Swortz Dreamboat presents Not Scary Stories.
Thank you so very much, and welcome. Welcome to Swartz Dreamboat Presents Not Scary Stories. You know, this is very exciting for me because I was supposed to have this done 2 nights ago. But you see, the creative process that I go through in order to actually sit down and record one of these takes about 48 hours. First, one must start with procrastination. If you're a doom scroller like I am, you'll waste hours. First, you'll be on TikTok, and then, even though you don't care for it much, you pop over to Facebook. Somehow, 30 minutes later, you've watched a bunch of reels there, but you're not on Facebook. It was actually Instagram. So you go back to check your Facebook. And then you end up on reels there, and before you know it, you've smoked a joint or two, you put on Law and Order SVU, you're asleep, and it's 4 in the morning, and the cat wants to get out. So you let the cat out only to realize that you left the door open for the cat, but it wasn't open enough for the vile beast. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you not one, but two not scary stories. Boy, aren't you lucky. I wrote these last year. The first story is called
The Motel.
That's pretty scary. My girlfriend and I are both nurses. Being a healthcare worker has been super demanding on both of us, so we decided to finally use our time off to go hiking. We hopped in the car and took off. We didn't plan much, as just being away from work and winging it seemed very appealing to us. We drove a few hours until we were near the state forest, and we dove in. Even though it was late, the fall weather was nice. Minutes turned to hours. We ate trail mix. So much trail mix. But soon it was getting dark. We hopped back in the car and pulled into the closest motel we could find. We didn't care much about amenities, as all we needed was a nice warm bed. We ended up getting more than we bargained for. The clerk at the motel was weird. He was like this fat guy with a beard, and he insisted on talking to us in different voices. Something about how he was stuck in a small town but wanted to become a voiceover actor. I don't know. He kind of droned on and on. Said he wasn't a great self-starter. Said he procrastinated a lot. Said he smoked a lot of pot. Said he watched a lot of Law and Order SVU, but not the new Law and Order SVU. The one where Olivia Benson was just a little bird, as he put it. I had no fucking idea what he meant by that. He took us to our room and opened the door. The smell was the first thing we noticed. It was as though the room itself was a giant flower. It was so pleasant. There was a hot tub in the room and a big screen TV, and the clerk said not to worry about minibar charges as snacks and drinks were included in the price of the room, which was only $50 for the two of us. In 2024! Me and the girlfriend were thrilled. The hot tub was great, and they had free Netflix on the TV. The snacks and drinks were good too. After partying, we decided to go to bed. At 3 a.m., we woke up to what sounded like a man screaming. It was coming from the next room. So even though I was still full from all the snacks, I went over and I knocked on the door. And when I did, the door cracked open and I heard two people whispering and then laughing. It was then, it was then that a barely dressed woman came to the door. She stared at me, as did the man who was clearly wearing a gimp mask and struggling to take it off. She apologized profusely and asked the desk clerk to move us a few rooms down as to not disturb us anymore. The man in the gimp mask said,
Oh shit! I am so much methamphetamine. These coffers are really fucking me up.
The clerk apologized too and knocked $10 off our bill. I went back to bed. But 2 hours later, I awoke to heavy breathing. It was coming from outside the door. I went to check it out. It was the clerk, panting, breathing heavy, sweating. And when I opened the door, I startled him. He apologized and says that he has a hard time going to sleep. And at the same time, he was trying to lose weight and said he took a brick walk around the motel and was very winded. He offered to make us breakfast, but I said it was too early. I went back to bed. And when we checked out, the clerk asked if we wanted to stay another night for free, because they have a movie night every Friday. We really couldn't stay. I really wish we could have stayed. But we are busy nurses. Motel got 5 stars, though. Really a fantastic experience.
In 5, 4.
We're back. Wasn't that not scary? The next one is also going to not raise the hairs on your head. The next one is called A Haunting in My House?
My childhood was far from normal. My parents were involved in the carnival. But not just any carnival. The Dark Carnival.
Whoop whoop.
After the last Joker's cards dropped and the world didn't end, or whatever the point of all of that was, my folks lost faith in the posse and pursued normal lives. One of their first big purchases was an old house on the outskirts of town. At first, we were excited, because before this we lived in a chicken shack, sticky from all the Faygo showers and grease paint. This house was a fresh new start for all of us. Things were normal, until one night, they weren't. I was all alone with my homework and watching TV. It was one of those ghost shows where ugly people tell their story and much more attractive people act it out, when I heard a crash in the next room. All of the plates were smashed and the cabinets were open. I felt a chill run up my spine. When I felt it, right on my leg, a small, furry little angel. My father came in the room.
Oh, by the way, we have a cat now. Look what the little rascal did.
My family doesn't punish cats for breaking things. We are lucky to clean up after them. No chaos means no cats, and no cats is total chaos. I felt a sense of relief and went upstairs to get ready for bed. It was then I heard a rapid knocking coming from my brother's room. I slowly crept to the door. The knocking got harder, followed by moaning. With all my nerve, I opened the door. "Don't you fucking knock! Can't a guy go through puberty and discover his body in peace?" He slammed the door in my face. Why was he doing it so close to the wall? And why was he watching the 700 Club while doing it? I went back to my bedroom and shut the light. I fell right to sleep. All of a sudden, I was awoken by a dull pain and bloating. I realized I had to pee. I passed my brother's room where I heard knocking, and the 700 Club. Past my parents' room where I heard knocking, and 700 Club. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I started to pee when I heard my name being whispered in my ear. The hair on the back of my neck stood up. I knew that voice. It was my creepy Uncle Jerome, out of prison, asking if we had a couch to crash on. I told him I'm only 17 and don't make big decisions like that, but he could ask my parents, who would say no because he's creepy Jerome, or Oogie Jerry in some circles. I walked to the door. On my way back to my room, I saw a dark figure standing in the hallway. Its eyes shone red and blood poured from its jagged mouth. I went to scream when I realized it was only a ghost. I asked, "How can I help you?" And the ghost said,
"You got any lotion? The 700 Club is on."
The end.
Ugh. Ew. Well, that's a wrap, I think. I think that's a wrap. I think we're done. But there will be another episode. I guess we're going to put them out on Friday. Thanks for listening, everybody. And hey, follow me on all the socials. Swortz Dreamboat. And follow me and leave really nasty comments. Like the worst thing you could think of. Those are always my favorite. Nothing like being mean on the internet. Anyway, signing off. I'm going to go finish a joint and watch Law and Order SVU. You know, when Detective Stabler was just a brute and Detective Benson was a little bird. Callback, kinda.
You are now not listening to Swortz Dreamboat presents Not Scary Stories.
Okay, I'm gonna hit stop. Where did you have the lighter?
I thought you had the lighter.
No, it's over there. It's right. Give me it. It's behind you. Behind you. Yeah, cool.
All right. What's this stuff called?
Skywalker. You're getting spittle all over it, man. Come on.
Can I tell a story next time?
I don't know. I have to write them.
You didn't hit stop.